What's happening, Fantasy World? It's your boy Hot Sue coming to you with our underachievers for week 1 of the fantasy football season 2024. Oh my God. That's right, man. We about to talk about these guys that you guys drafted in rounds 1, 2, and 3 who put up absolutely zero production in week 1. That's right, man. We're going to start off, and this hurts to do this because y'all know I'm a Bears fan. Come on, man. We got to go with our first 2 quarterbacks that just underachieved, and Caleb Williams is on that list. It hurts, but it doesn't hurt too bad because we got that W. That's right. Caleb Williams, first start as a rookie. Everybody was expecting big things, man. What he did do is he did not turn the ball over. However, he also didn't score any touchdowns, any points. He didn't help our team at all. Defense bailed us out. Special teams bailed us out. It is what it is, man. We found out how to get that win. But Caleb Williams owned in 91% of leagues, scored 7.22 fantasy points. Man, he only had 93 yards through the air, went 14 for 29. There's going to be better days, man. Everybody relax, calm down. Caleb Williams is the future. It was not a problem. At least he didn't turn the ball over. We got the W. Everybody relax. All right, our number 2 quarterback that was just horrible, and I know y'all drafted him to be your QB1, was Mr. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow went off for 8.06 points, 164 yards through the air, 0 TDs, 0 interceptions. Man, that Jamar Chase holdout is definitely showing. No continuity between his receivers. Man, Joe Burrow, man, it's time to go back to the drawing board. Y'all got to figure out what we got to do, man, to get you throwing for 303 TDs. It is what it is, but you will not be in any of my starting lineups in week 2. Mr. Joe Burrow, owned in 98% of fantasy leagues. We're going to go to running backs. Our first running back off the board, who, no, nobody drafted him. Yes, everybody went and picked him up off the waivers if you did not draft him in round number 13, 14, 15, or 16. That's right, Mr. Chubba Hubbard. Look, man, we all know that Chubba Hubbard, he gets a decent amount of volume, and he gets a decent amount of yardage on his carries, okay? We get decent production out this guy. Not in week 1. Oh my God, he had a dismal day. Owned in 64% of fantasy leagues, only scored 1.4 points off 6 carries for 14 yards. That's all you gonna do for us, Chubba? Look, if you gonna do that, you heading back to the waiver wire this week. It is what it is, man. You heard it from the soup. Our number 4 running back,
Raheem Mostert. Trash.
You said Mostert.
Raheem Mostert. Trash.
That's right. Trash. Raheem Mostert is supposed to be drafted as your RB2. Y'all were out here grabbing him before Devon Achane. I saw it several times and was like, what is going on? Raheem Mostert is on his way down. Y'all should have been on YouTube to check out Hot Soup's hot takes on players this year. I already said it. Raheem Mostert is not going to be that guy. Them 20 touchdowns he had last year is not happening. And, of course, game flow, all you seen was Devon Achane tearing up that field. When he got his touches, he made them count. Raheem Mostert was not looking very good at all, as projected by your boy Hot Soup, man. Look, man, Raheem Mostert goes off for 2.9 points in fantasy scoring, and y'all had him starting thinking he was going to give y'all 2-3 touchdowns. It's not happening. Raheem Mostert ends up with 6 carries, 9 yards, 2 receptions, 10 yards. He's owned in 96% of leagues. Probably not after this week, huh? Then we're going to go over our third running back, Zamir White. Listen, y'all was drafting Zamir White as a solid RB2. He did not give you solid RB2 numbers. Zamir White went out and got you 3.6 fantasy points in week 1. That's right. For all y'all who drafted him, I didn't. Hello, man. Y'all shaking y'all head, hand in face. You got to be more careful. Zamir White ends up with 13 carries, 44 yards, 2 receptions for 2 yards. The touches was there, but the production was not. Those are our 3 running backs for underachievers in week 1. Now we're going to go to our receivers, and this one hurts. Chris Olave. He was actually on my start list last week. This was a miss for me and a miss for everybody who drafted him. Listen, man, Chris Olave owned in 99% of Yahoo leagues, gets 2 targets. Mr. PPR gets 2 targets, 2 receptions, 11 yards, a piss poor day, if you ask me. But hey, who am I to tell you? I'm just a soup. Hey, number 2 receiver on the board, Mr. Drake London. Y'all was drafting Drake London as your wide receiver 1 in round 2. Round 2, Drake London. Drake London is owned in 100% of leagues. He is on no one's waiver wire. Everybody started him. Everybody thought, hey, we got Kirk Cousins now. This was going to happen. Yeah. Boy, let me tell you something, man. Olave put a cramp in everybody's style this weekend. Chris Olave, 2 targets, 2 receptions, 11 yards, 2.1 fantasy points, 2.1 fantasy points in standard scoring. That's where y'all at. That's where I'm at. Listen, he will not be starting in my lineup until he shows me something. You heard it from the soup. And our 3rd receiver and the most coveted receiver of this group, we just knew that he was going to go off for 110 catches. We just knew he was going to have at least 15 targets. Mr. Amon-Ra St. Brown over there in Detroit, the PPR king. People was drafting him over Tyreek Hill. I seen it happen several times. Man, he was number 4, number 5 off the board, period. That's right. Amon-Ra St. Brown gets 6 targets, 3 receptions for 13 yards. This man scored 2.8 points in fantasy scoring. Oh, my God. But what I can say is still Amon-Ra St. Brown. He's going to have better days. Do not bench that guy in week 2. Keep him in your starting lineups. You're going to have better days. Hey, it is what it is. You heard it from the soup. And our last receiver on the board, this is even worse than Amon-Ra. Marvin Harrison Jr., the rookie. He was the first rookie off the board. He was going in the 2nd round. We were drafting him as our wide receiver 1. Got 1 target. Now, in his defense, coaches over in Arizona, y'all have got to be that evening. Y'all have got to be in the film room figuring out how we're going to draw up plays for Mr. Marvin Harrison Jr. I know his daddy was on the phone instantly. What the y'all got going over there in Arizona, right? Y'all better get my son the ball. Don't worry. Don't panic on Marvin Harrison Jr. He will have better days. I foresee 12 plus targets next game just because the coaching staff has got to get it together. Ownership has got to be on the phone with the coaches like, look, man, what the hell are y'all doing? That's right. You heard it from the soup. And then we're going to go with our tight end who flip, flop. Mr. Evan Engram, Mr. Consistent, comes out with 1 point, 4 targets with 1 reception and 5 yards. Look, man, I don't know what y'all got going over there in Jacksonville, but y'all need to get that shit together quick. Those are your top underachievers for week 1. Come check us out for our top 10 overachievers on the next episode. It's your boy Hot Soup. You can check me out on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Come see us before you start your lineup in week 2. It's your boy Soup, and I'm out.